Um, Let me go live now. Edit together. Okay, now we're going live. Um, Already. So those are the two articles that I have, Mr. Nubo and Mr. Alex Ulu. Mr. Alex, let me come to you. Anything particular? What's going on in Zwedru? What is on your mind this afternoon? You want us to talk about anything particular? You're in the chat room. I put the information there, Mr. Alex Wulu.
Can you just repeat because you're coming in broken?
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, okay.
All right, great. So, what is on your mind this morning? Talk to us. I'm sorry, this evening. So, what or night to you there? On your mind this morning? Talk to us. I'm sorry, this.
Relative, uh, the main thing on my mind is the Ebola issue with Hoya because I myself I did a research today, and then there's something like is complicating when it comes to that particular Ebola issue because Liberia have a Ebola within in 1907 that says right to the river bank, meaning that if you are on the river, you are on Guinea side, and if you leave the river to just step your foot to Liberia side, you mean that you're on Liberia side. But then in 1911, they came back again and planted another cornerstone. So while I was doing my research, I saw like it's complicated because I saw a post today from that area where the people have to brush around all of the cornerstone in that area. And then that particular cornerstone, the rating on the everything is in French. Yeah. So they went on that particular area, cleaned the area, and then plant their flag again. So as we speak, their flag is up. I have a photo, everything I saw it. So that's one of the things that on my mind right now. Because if you look at the Ebola issue, it's something that's complicated because if you do a research, they'll tell you say 1907 Ebola says to the river bank. So what they say that they will still have to plant cornerstone in 1911. So what was the agreement again that brought that a new cornerstone? Is all right getting me? It's all right. Uh,
I'm getting you. It's all right. It's gone. You are muted. Alex, you are muted.
yeah, so
Alex, you are muted.
yeah, so like I was saying, that is one of the things that on my mind because most people concerned now is that particular border issue here in Liberia. If we're like Guinea is coming to claim our land, and it's been a serious concern from most citizens. So that's one thing that's on my mind that for me, I believe I will talk about also.
So where is the cornerstone? Is it at the bank of the water or after you cross the water Liberia side? After you cross the water Liberia side.
If you cross the water, you walk a distance. From the video we saw, you can walk a distance before you can meet at a particular cornerstone. And then the guy was giving away that they themselves are taking it because the cornerstone have a full corner. And then they only taking a line straight. So that's why make it a plan their flare. You see their flare adjacent to the particular cornerstone that we are talking about. And then it make it that they are claiming other towns within Lofa closer to the border that particular area belongs to them. Yeah. But a cornerstone have those way back writing like a zinc, a been placed on it, but everything is in French.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Is a new cornerstone, or do we know when it was put there?
It's something that been there for a very long time. Not recent. I think the other guys have a screw that you can see on the 1888. Yeah, so it's something that been there for a very long time.
1888. I don't think 1888 Guinea was colonized.
Part
Can you
of
hear me?
those agreement that we are talking about is not
Can
between.
you hear me?
You guys getting me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, so Mr. Number mainly based on
Yes.
my the research I did, all of the agreement are between Guinea and Liberia, but it was France Guinea before. So Guinea is trying to, because if you read it, they say they are inheriting their ancestral land. So when they get the independent, all of those borders that were made between Liberia and France, these are the borders they are trying to claim. So at that time, they did not have an independent, but because it was France Guinea that are having that agreement with Liberia, and now they want to reclaim that particular land. So my question is then what become of the 1970, 1907 border that people are usually talking about? Even if you do your research, that will firstly come that between they and Liberia, that particular Makona River is the border. What are they forgetting about it? And then coming down to maybe the cornerstone and claim the land. And it was very clear in the research that before then, that particular border, because it was a main border and it belongs to Guinea, is the land, because as soon as you claim on it, according to the research, you're in Liberia, so I mean, you're on Guinea side, but because the two of them live together, they are the same Gisi people, so the ancestors used to farm there together, fishing together, the water of the mountains together. So I don't know what is really prompting them now that they want their land back. Yeah, that's the main concern. Coming out now by this time, say you want the land that people have been living on, people have been doing their farm well, and even everybody know, and then they drop in the our immigration officials away that they do away. The real me want.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hopefully, I really apologize to them. I don't know why my computer misbehaving tonight, but yeah. Welcome, Mr. Wulu. No, Wajulo, Mr. Prince Wajulo to the show. Thank you. I notice you're always here. Thank you so much for being part of the show this evening. So Mr. Nuba, what is on your mind? I was listening to Mr. Wulu about the Guinean crisis as his, part of his program. Sorry, his topic tonight. But what is your topic tonight, Mr. Nuba? What is on your mind? What you want us to
Well,
talk about?
I don't have any main topic. I mean, I was looking for some new ideas, current event. But I saw a whole lot of junk on Jefferson Koji. And I think it was our while to be talking about it. So let's talk about the border issue.
Okay, all right. So let's start with the border issue. That's still a good topic to talk about. Um, the border issue. So, Mr. Wulu, you brought about it. Give us an overview of what you want us to talk about here this evening. What caught your attention, and why you want us to talk about it tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Ra. One of the main things that caught my attention is the last time when the whole issues of the Ebola being came about, we say we are taking it a diplomatic way. So, like people seen it to be a weakness to Liberia that why they can't send an army to go to that particular border and the rest. Right. So, recent time the president visited the area and even came back and gave an update on the state radio that everything is going well. It's just a negotiation they are up to, so people have to be calm with the situation as we approach the whole issue. So from there, for me, I was thinking that because the president already sent it through ahead before the agreement. So I'm expecting by now maybe to recruit their various troops from the bureaus and to go back based on the agreement they have. But then, yet and still, they are still to the border. Today, we saw images coming from Foya border where the chief of staff also visited the area today to appreciate the soldier for their effort that should be there. They are not there to fight, but let it just keep calm that everything is going on well so they continue to protect the area. Whereas you have an agreement with our president. So what are you still doing on Liberia so and continue to play your flag? So it been a serious concern between most citizens. What are they looking for? Because if you come to another country, it should be, government to government thought that, oh, the particular area, the 4-year area, it belongs to us. And then the government will decide when all of you can reach there to see the particular area you're talking about. But unexpectedly, soldier from Guinea with arms and they start crossing. What happened if though immigration officers that were at the border were having going and say, don't cross? Because you don't know their intention and they're crossing with gun in your territory. So if people were there to say don't cross or don't do that, it means that they already planned on why they come here. Maybe anything happen, they have to shoot it all up, this and that. And then they continue always when they are crossing, they will cross with their gun. And the 2 year, they can't go back home. People will say they will come today to be here. In the evening, they go back to Guinea side, they sleep. But if you see that whole area we're talking about today, I will show the video. Yeah, let me try and see if I can share the video in the chat room to play it. You get me? They went there, they start looking for all of the old corners too. They start showing and claiming that the particular land belongs to them. So nothing we can do about it. They are still there, and the government, continue to tell citizens to calm down. Now we are receiving a lot of information that the people say they have 2 times and citizens shouldn't come there. In fact, the first border that most of our security personnel were at, they have to remove them and tell them that you shouldn't come close to the border. And they carry their checkpoint where it from. So it's something really actually, everybody getting scared of the whole situation, and people continue to call on the international community to see how best they can resolve the issue, because there are other people who have understand by saying why Guinea won. If they can't, go through peace agreement, then they are waiting to fight. Even a lot of rebel today, as rebel today, they on live that they are waiting now. If Guinea can go back to go and do a arrest, they left with the government to get them to go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Wulu. Thank you. I think your concern is shared by every one of us. Like Mr. Napier said, I don't know if I'm thinking what is to get Mr. Napier on the program here tonight. Because this is what he discussed the other time. The fact that we're still talking about this issue, is concerning, like you said, Mr. Wulu. It's concerning. But Mr. Nubo, you you talk about this issue the last time we're talking off the show, that there is so much information, that some misinformation or disinformation that is going on concerning how the whole thing started. Was it because of mining, within the river Makana, the Makana River, by a certain individual, or because certain some guy who never got the contract, the mining contract, went across the Guinea and gave the people false information and alarmed the whole thing. Now the thing is out of hand, and he is denying that he ever went across to let the Guinean authority know that the individual who was given the right to mine in the river, was not mining gold or diamond or any other mineral. He said he didn't say that. That is the back and forth. How do we distinguish between this, Mr. Nubo? You seem to have a little bit of understanding about this. Can you talk to us, please?
Well, I feel that. Who am I? Okay, I feel that the the people of Lofa, the people of that district, they're confusing us. This he never came up and said, "Oh, the information you're sharing." I don't know. The speaker Thomas Fala went there, and it was not him who was denying. I think somebody who spoke on behalf of the community said he didn't know anything about it. So how did the story start? And who are, I mean, you can do the diplomacy, but you have to do, internal, investigation and find truth to the story. Yep. And find truth to the story. I felt that it was the bank of the the river or creek towards Liberia that was in Liberia. But what Alex is saying, you gotta walk from some distance from the creek before you meet a cornerstone. And Alex, what year you say it was? You are muted. Alex, you are muted. Okay. Alex, you are muted. Okay. What year was it, Alex? What year was it, Alex? I think there's something wrong with the connection.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, just from my end, but I think Alex still having. All right, so
Yeah.
I think he said 1886 or something like that, if I heard him correctly. And then you said you don't think by that time Guinea was colonized. But what was
Guinea was not colonized that time.
But what was the point?
No, Guinea was not colonized that time. I think it's between 1892. I think it's between 1892 and 1907. And 1907. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if they have wrong information on it, that could be a win. I mean, a chance to dispute it. Go to the history book. Yeah. Because way back, Alex, mute yourself. Way back, they were going by tribes. That was the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
But when the French people came and the British people, they care less about tribes. And these people were world powers. And Liberia could not fight them.
Mm-hmm.
And those days, America did not care about us. So that's why we find ourselves where we are today.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
what is the sticking point? What is Guinea what is Guinea still complaining about? What's the agitation from the part of from the Guinean part? Because like Alex said, we thought this thing already settled. They had a little summit, and everything was supposed to go back to normal. So why are we still having things flaring up at the border?
Well, maybe Alex, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. God, I keep on hearing the echo.
Alex muted.
Maybe they want additional land. And maybe we need to investigate what you're talking about here. But there's possibility that fella guy probably saw the stone and went to the people. So y'all more land on our side. And that's some of their
saw something.
Some of their villages will go to the other side.
But see, that is the destructive jealousies. The destructive jealousy that destroys everybody. Because look, I mean, I don't know the truth about this thing, right, Mr. Nubo, Mr. Wulu. But the story goes that he got angry, went across, and filled the Guinean's head with a lot of information that are not true. And the Guinean came, and people said, "Yeah, that's true." International law dictates that you can't just, if you are sharing border with a particular country, that parcel of land that is sharing the border is for the both of you, especially in the case of the Makona River. The Makona River belongs to Guinea and Liberia. So if there's any mining activity that's supposed to happen within that river, Guinea is supposed to be made aware of it. And Guinea is supposed to benefit from the minerals that comes out of that river or out of that mining. Because the river belongs to both countries. But that is, another aspect of it. I think what we want to establish here is that we'll see Councillor Day with us. Whether it is true that this guy went across and told the Guinea authority the information that is circling around, whether he actually did that. And if he did that, was he telling the truth, or did he make up the story just to create the commotion only because he felt that he never got the contract from the boycott government? Councillor Dave, welcome to the show. So we going around, the table with panelists and asking about what is on the mind. Mr. Wulu brought up the detention at the border, and so we decided to pick it up and talk about it. And so this is what we're talking about. But let's welcome you to the show. And what is on your mind this evening? Talk to us.
Good afternoon again from my end. And I want to extend my greeting to our distinguished listener and also greet our veteran, the Omer, and Mr. Wu as well. Yeah, I will join you guys for us to discuss on the border issue we're getting, and that's an important topic that we need to address. So I'm listening. So in case any contribution, then I will come in.
Okay. I have one topic. I chose to talk because I know, like we discussed, you can choose not to talk about it since you're a prosecutor. Okay. But we're going to come back to. I just want to say, and then we'll go back to the topic. Is the issue of the traffickers? Front page has got reporting that traffickers might walk free. I don't know why I haven't read the entire article, but just the heading caught my attention. The traffickers are on the verge of walking free. When I saw it, I said, but maybe this is a good topic to bring it up and get an insight from Councilor Day. But we'll come back to that. So, Mr. Nubo, I think let's establish
trafficking in person or in drugs related issue. Which type of trafficking?
I think in person. In person.
Human trafficking.
Yeah. 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 I'm sorry. I didn't explain that part. Yeah, in person. Trafficking in person. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to come back to that. I think we're going to take that off for our last topic. But the fact that we're trying to establish as Councilor Day, Mr. Nubo, Mr. Ulu, the whole issue that brought up the commotion. Did this guy tell the truth or was he making up the story? And has he come forward to say, I didn't do it? And the Guineans are acting on their own reconnaissance. What do we know about that? Mr. Nubo, let's start with you.
Yeah, please repeat your statement again. I was looking at something concerning
the gossip, if you like, or that brought about the whole border tension. Can you hear me, Mr. Nubo?
Oh, okay. I'm looking for a treaty. But I would see, if I
you want to come back to you while you do your research?
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay, so Councilor Taylor, come to you. What do we know about this story this guy told about the mining activity that brought all the commotion?
Yeah, I still see it as speculation because it's not yet authentic. Yeah. And the government has not officially come on that to accuse the guy. It's just a rumor that's circulating. So I don't want us to take it like as is of valid or authentic information. But this morning I was listening to OKFM. Some investigative journalists from OKFM, I did Julius J and other guys, raised another issue that is absent of what you just raised now. And they said that it goes beyond the allegation, and it is about mineral-related issues. That there's a mountain, there's a hill around that spot that contains uranium, one certain kind of mineral, and that is that mountain the Guineans need, and they say it is within their territory. So it's all beyond that same mining issue, it beyond that someone going in the Bakuna River to mine. Or is that hill that they want to claim? That's why you see them carrying all this thing, because they believe that they did some investigation that mountain contains some valuable and how they call it element or whatsoever in a mountain. So there's a good deposit in a mountain, and that's what they want to claim. So they are trying to fight it out. So the debate that is changing its terms, to be frank.
So, but where is the mountain you're referring to? Is it on the Liberian side, or where is it?
Yeah, it's on the Liberian side. It's on the Liberian side. Lofa is hilly. I myself, last year when we went for some particular training, we did a visit around Makona Road. There's a hill there on the Liberian side. and that's what I believe the journalists were talking about. And they said they got the information from because some of the Guineans that come from across that come to Labrosa, they try to give that information to the Labrosa. Now all the thing is not about the river, but our government say the hill that is here is the hill is on the side of Guinea, and that's what they want to claim. So that's what
Okay.
they
But do we?
saying.
I think the last time we were here, Councilor Day, you mentioned a particular document. I think you read a particular document, a passage from some document that had to do with the demarcation.
Yeah.
Of the
it was
how does the hill listen to that demarcation?
The hill, if that particular demarcation, that particular document, when the 1926, it gave the exact descriptions of the landscape. It described, I think there's a three river related area between Guinea and Sierra Leone, and other area there's just land locked between the two countries, countries, I mean. But in the 1926 arrangement, which was not consummated into treaty, the parties inserted monument cornerstone within the road demarcation. The 1926 on, and that monument is around the Makona River, the bank of the Makona River. It was installed on the Labrador side according to that agreement. I think I will share in the chat room as maybe a few minutes while that we all have access to it, make an informed decision on that. But there's I think 1890 something or 1888, there was an agreement, initial agreement. Later on, the agreement was not consummated. They went into the 1907 agreement.
So we're talking two agreements now.
Yes, there are two.
Also agreement, which is now the Liberian government will have, where the river is the boundary between the two countries. Are you getting me?
Yeah, we're hearing.
Are you getting me?
Yes, we are getting you.
So there's a some variation between the 1907. There's a some variation between the 1907 arrangement to the 1911 agreement. The 1911 agreement is what the Guinea is holding on because it has certain miles, certain feet away from the river on the Labrador side. So to validate that 1911 agreement, there's another survey conducted in 1906. And the survey that was conducted in 1906 corrected the error of 1911. But the mistake that we made, yeah.
Alex, please mute yourself, Alex.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, we are getting you. Is he gone? Mr. Day.
So I already have the video of, I don't know what I can play it where it went to the cornerstone.
Okay, go ahead, play.
Cover. It's a reach. Yes, sir. I think it's not French.
Why?
The cornerstone.
So, Honorable, so why listen here? This is the cornerstone. And how they are interpreting the cornerstone, let me tell you, folks. That's what the entire Wahala here. A minute ago, you read the order. They said that when you see the cornerstone like this side they are taking. You're not taking this side. Because the French people is people. You see that this side they are taking. One day cornerstone is going. Here they want to paint that all the area for Guinea. So this side, they all corner hitting another cornerstone to the flower. So that flower, another cornerstone there again going to Bongedu and Bayara. So in terms of putting here another cornerstone are hitting the other cornerstone. But their own definition here, so one day cornerstone here, they are calculating this side. But if you take this side, they cornerstone going as far to south on it. But why they put it right here now? They telling you that they cornerstone, they got another cornerstone to put on the line. If this one they cornerstone, they say why they get water that they are laying. So nobody can take it from them.
So the cornerstone is there. What are you talking about on this side?
But that area farm.
Well, another cornerstone there.
Another cornerstone on this side, yeah.
Okay.
So we have seen spot area. Some years that they've been doing farming. Is it a brand? Have been farming there?
They all sport now with it. And they make fun from Liberia for making it fun.
What do you mean?
That's the man, yeah.
Okay.
I made it fun.
Have you been disturbed before since you've been making farm there? This is the first time?
When I make it fun for
Mm-hmm.
you see men that put it to Shaka.
Mm-hmm.
You have this song across here.
Who is Shaka?
This song, which are there. You have this song.
It's a Guinea?
Yes, sir. Okay. You know what I'm saying? When our breastfeed they found, you came here one time. They say, oh, they are reasons that nobody will make fun to the borough. Why I'm making a fun to the borough? You getting me? I told you, there is the Liberia for that clinic. You say that Liberia, but they forget about me. They find what you do. So, we talk right there.
Which year was that?
You're 2005.
Oh, that's a long year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this cornerstone been here for a long time.
We were baby father.
Okay.
We are not talking about father. Great father made day 1 year.
Yeah.
And the time Guinea got the independence.
Yeah. Before the independence. Part time is my name. I work with the clan chief of Segba Mountain and Port Goni District.
Okay.
This is the first cornerstone, and this is not the first conflict between Mojaro and Liberia. This is about third time. At that time, the superintendent of Guinea came here. The superintendent of Liberia came here. Local county came here. They cornerstone hit the first one is in the valley. Okay. According to my understanding that day when we were there, the both superintendent deemed it necessary to come with the team from Guinea to come and verify and know how the cornerstone was flanked. They came and saw it, like my commissioner was saying. He said the cornerstone can go so, or present. The clan chief, for now, he was also there. They themselves told us that the cornerstone can go so, you have to go so. According to the demarcation, this is not the first time for these people to cause trouble here. Another Kamara man from Liberia, which is Bimwebe Kamara family, they have their land spot here. Okay. From there, in that valley, one teacher from Portuguese came and made farm in the mainland. So they stopped in at the main farm. That was the source of the conflict at that year. So when they came there, the superintendent, the authority from Guinea at that time, told them that those that are making farm here, when you're finished, you're telling people land over to them. This man can test me to that, you can bear that with me.
You remember the year?
It was 2017.
Okay.
2017.
Okay. The first conflict talking about?
That's the first conflict was 2009.
2009.
2009.
The second one was
2017.
Okay.
We said put the same Mojaro guys ran behind the youth of Konadu in the bush.
Okay.
The Guineans came and ran behind these people in the bush. Our Liberian boys. At the time they were building their mosques. That contract, the contract that I've been doing, they run behind the people that they catch someone that they beat them in the bush.
Because of what?
Because of this same land business that the people are jumping to go Guinea side. So after that, the resolution was that day, everybody should make fun and stop to where the land, the boundary demarcated. Nobody should jump away. Everybody should remain there. We're not talking about swamp. We're not talking about that. Once the cornerstone are planted, you see they writing here, they French writing. The other one are on this, on that other Sunday there, they're right here, but they rooted it out. They take it out. They see Guineans, they take it out. The information are on this thing, they see information over there, but they took it out. So people cannot understand it. So this is the third time for these people to be hitting us in this way, right?
But this is the first time to build new structure in that place and
This
hold
is
that
the
place.
first time again for structure to be built over there.
When it happened?
I think it happened this last month. March 9. Yeah.
So the first investigation, who were those that
Honorable Kangla. Is simply telling us that they are claiming land. Like my commissioner was saying, they are claiming land. They are claiming ownership of this land because of the size of the cornerstone that they are directed to that area there.
So what does this mean if the people take this place?
No, it will affect us as Liberians because we saw this, we saw our forefather, both Liberian and Guinea working here. We found no conflict. Why today conflict should be to exist among us? Why?
So the town superintendent Kangba King, which year was that, you said?
I think it was 2019.
IT superintendent Kangba King. And the issue was laid to rest at the time.
Everything was laid to rest. Both superintendent have the meeting right at the Liberian right to the checkpoint here. Where the both superintendent came, they stayed among us, told us that we investigated the report from the fee, told us that the Liberians should work to their side, Guineans should work to their side. Nobody should hit the boundary.
So what is the name again, sir?
Bafem Sharif, man.
Analysts, this is the cornerstone. We have arrived. Imagine the distant cover. Yeah.
Mr. Reed.
Thank you, Mr. Wulu. Could you, thank you, Mr. Wulu, for meeting. Mr. Nubo,
Yes.
I gotta say it as it is. And thank you for playing the video, Mr. Wulu. It was clear. The audio was perfect. Perfect all around. Liberia is been bullied. Liberia is been bullied. Listening to those professionals on the scene, the commissioner and his people, clearly show that Liberia has been bullied by Guinea. And this is unacceptable. We got to put our foot. You must live in America. You know how bullies are stopped. You don't how to call it? You don't turn around and run. You don't turn your back to bully. They bully you more. And I think that's what Liberia is doing. We need to stand up and stand tall. I know we are not tall people in Liberia, but we got to stand tall. We got to stand tall to the Guineans. Watching this video, Mr. Nubo, the thing started from 09. 09 up to now. The Guineans are even, according to the recording, are chasing Liberians down and whipping the crap out of us in our own land. For what? This is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Now they're coming up planting flag, coming there in heavily armed vehicle and all that stuff. This is complete bullying. There's no way you can turn it around. This is bullying. We got to make sure they stop somehow. That's my take on this. All right, that's my take on this. Let's spend another 10 minutes on it, and then we'll get back.
Yeah, as Anthony Dale was saying, there are two different surveys. The one they showed, I think it's the one from 1907. There was another survey from 1926 to 1929. And I believe it was that survey that made the river the boundary. And even though if you have a cornerstone, the face that the side that facing you, there your land is. And I don't know, because lands and mines supposed to have that document. Ministry of Foreign Affairs supposed to have that document. Even GIS or Legis, they sort of have the document, but we don't keep record. Instead of police commander going to the border, no, I think the lands and mines, how do you call it, land authority had to go there with their documentation in their hands, because you cannot look at one. You cannot look at one cornerstone and determine a boundary. The boundary is surveyed by segment. You put a cornerstone here, from that cornerstone, you go to the next cornerstone. That's how they do the boundary. You can't reach the one cornerstone and say, that side, or it will go on that side, and that mountain, it will cover that mountain to be on our side. Now, guess what we're doing now? We're not doing any technical work. And we are in the 21st century. So let Liberia land authority wake up, and let the foreign minister wake up. When Black Eye was going, if the foreign ministry had a document, said, this is the latest document from 1926 to 1929. This is it. Well, no, some people are smoking tobacco that time, or maybe the people they wrap tobacco in there and smoke. Yeah. So that's my input. We are behind time.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Numa. Councilor Day, let's get you. I know. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. But let hear you, Councilor Day. Let hear your take, and then we'll go to the line and get a few calls and come back.
Yes.
You're muted, sir.
Again, as Mr. Nivo was saying, like our institutions are responsible for land-related issues in Liberia need to be involved. You know, our archival system is very poor. That's what also affecting us, because things that happens there, if it wasn't for United Nations or USAID, we couldn't have get access to some of these documents, because even the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, National Archive, could not even extend itself to get the documents to establish our pool or our ownership. So, land authority and other ministries need to work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Office of the President to see how best to mitigate the issue. But when we look at the land dispute there, even though there are other international laws that govern boundaries between two countries, like it happened between Mali and Burkina Faso. I think that case was resolved by AU in 1985 or 86. And the rule that was applied was colonial boundaries cannot determine post-independent boundaries. In other words, that boundary is a colonial boundary, yes, but we Liberia banned on that territory since 1847. GEDEH have been there since 1950 something, and we know, because there's a historical fact. A historical fact is part of principle of law. So that particular principle of law that we apply in Burkina Faso and Mali case that colonial boundary cannot outright post-independent boundaries could also apply in this case. So we hope and those are ahead of this issue will do the needful and you take the same measure that is being taken, negotiations, so that Labro may have their land back. Because one of the issues should not be given the beginning, as you said. But that hill had the element they call uranium, is what the Guinean people want there, and that what their major stand on that issue. There are other issues that we heard, but it's not authentic, it's not valid, meaning the guy tried to protect his because he's a military guy and he know that there's a several threat from within. So he tried to protect his borders. And he learned that most of those guys are against him cross over to neighboring countries. These are other information that we hear, but it is beyond that. So thank you.
Okay. Before we go to okay, I'll tell somebody to come in. Before we go to the phone.
Before we go, let me point out another thing. The guy said the superintendent from Lofa and the superintendent from the Guinea side, they reached a settlement in 2019. Does Lofa County have the report from that meeting? So that's I mean, we need to get copies of all these reports here. Yes.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. Yeah,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You're welcome, Mr. Nippy. Mr. Nippy, let me bring you up to speed real quick. You will be the last speaker on this topic before we go to the line. So we're looking at some historical event. The issue with the Guinea border is still flaring up. It has not subsided. Councilor Day just told us that some of the reason why the Guineans are pressing the issue continuously is because of mineral deposit. He suspects that one of the areas within Liberia that the Guineans are claiming has uranium deposit, and that the Guineans are looking to get their hands on that. Secondly, he thinks that the guy is feeling insecure because he came there through the military coup, and so he's afraid people may be after him. So he's trying to protect his borders. So, what other fresh information do you have on this quickly before we go to the line? But welcome to the show. Good to have you this evening.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. The issue surrounding the borderline was quashed around, besides the 18-something understanding that was reached, but they are very colonial master France. And then in 1972, that question was completely settled by President Tolbert and Ahmed Sekou Touré. To be revisiting an issue that has been settled is something that is new, and it is, as you said, is bordered on what appears to be a mountain or one of the mountainous ranges in Liberia, which has uranium. But be that as it may, let's look at it from the context of a borderline, a boundary line between two people who share this common boundary. That boundary is for you as it is for me. And then you can just come to a common understanding that we throw away anything that will bring us into contention, such as fighting over something. The water body, according to international law, is not Guinea alone. It is for us. Makona cannot be for Guinea alone. It's for us as well. So if they want to do something on it, all they can do, all they have to do is to reach to us, and then we can just enter an agreement and say, all right, Mr. Wright is going to come on that water with a GTE company that is owned by Mr. Wright. And once we let them know that the technicians or those concerned will go down to the table, get to the table, and then they will discuss. They will bring the discussion up to the level of the presidency, and the president will say, well, if it's 2020, 2040, 4060, or 5050, let's go for it. But Liberia will not say, well, the water is for us, so we want to cross on the other side. That's a breach of international principles. It's a breach. You cannot use your might to bring war because you use able to understand. And I think the Maya is playing a little bit. He's flexing his muscles just a little to see if we will back down or we will be sending people to the border. Eventually, to cause a chaos. But the president and his team are very wise. They will not do that. They will not send people to the border to cause problems. So whether uranium is there, bauxite is there, tin is there, whatever mineral resources are there, they can reach a common understanding sitting on the table. And then those pieces of contention can be eviscerated or can be cancelled or can be discussed, and a full agreement come to mitigate whatever the circumstances or the issues might be. I understood a few days ago that President Ouattara was involved in this in bringing the sides together, because I think lately La Côte d'Ivoire became a member of the Mano River Union. So we are 4 countries within the basin, which comprises Sierra Leone on the west, Ivory Coast in the east, Guinea in the north, and then we are right in the center. So if the 4 presidents can meet, and that would be my own proposal, that the 4 presidents meet, 2 will be francophone.
Mr. Nipe, let me ask you this question. How long do we play the big guy in the room? Because it looks like we've been bullied. You just said it. This guy is flexing in muscle, militarily, whatever way he's doing it. I mean, he's doing right in our faces. How long do we still come in the face of this bullying?
Well, you see, contextually, how long we could be there and play the big guy thing and still make the game. You see, let me say something here, which I think the president will agree with me, or the foreign minister. You have to be engaged. So like Marilyn Albright in her book said, you have to be tight for. You have to gently approach the situation, because this day and age, soft diplomacy is what matters than aggressive diplomacy. Because what does aggressive diplomacy bring about? Any aggressive posture by 2 persons is like 2 persons rolling their fists, and then they engage, one with the blow, the other one will blow you back. So Marlene's, and I'm just paraphrasing some of the details of her book. The late Secretary of the U.S. government, Secretary of State, was on point. that you cannot meet the aggressor with aggression. You have to be gentle, soft, and then you can get what you need at the end of the day. Because if the whole thing is confused, then at the end of the day, you have lives destroyed, property destroyed in the wake of a battle. So Liberia must play be the elephant in the room. And I think His Excellency President Joseph Yumambaka has that capacity, has that wisdom that he can leverage to this negotiation to prevent it being confrontational. That's what we should avoid. Like I wrote in one of my pieces on Facebook, if Liberia had been had seen itself on the verge of putting people at that border, trust me, at midnight, one of the Guineans would have shot the Liberian on that side and say, well, they're trying to cross the border with all the problem being solved. And then you will hear pa 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 pa. Number two, there are some according the gasoline muff truckers. The gasoline muff trucker, like a person got fire on the air and one has gas and just spew the gas. This is not about gasoline talk. This is about diplomacy. And even when the gunshot have been fired and people have littered all over, at the end of the day, they got to come back to the table. So then the question remains, or the question will be asked, why do you come back to the table? Oh no, we want to talk. And what is talking? That diplomacy. It's a framework of breaking international barrier or conflict. So I think Liberia stands a better chance of handling this thing here in a way, nations to nation. They can do two things as an immediate formula. While the president is giving his counterpart, the foreign minister can be on our ground and working. The other groups can be, trying to soften the ground. At the end of the day, we'll resolve this problem. But if Liberia, from where I sit, decides to go for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, the heads might roll and people will be leaving Liberia, and that would give Guinea that strength to say, well, we can march even further. My premier presence on this show made it a point to bring home what I witnessed when I was deputy regional manager for LPMC in Ganta. There's a Catholic church. After you pass the Leprosy Connolly, it's on the right. And there's a small stream that divides us and Guinea. Once you cross that line, you're on the Guinean side. There's a steel bridge that you have to cross, and you'll be in Guinea territory. After the piercing, around the piercing high school, whenever there is a market day on Wednesday or Thursday, you find the Guineans coming into Liberia selling their bitter balls and what have you. So the proximity of the border line is so close that when you step your foot on the other side, you are in Guinea. And when Guinea steps, and the Guinean steps his or her foot on the other side, she will definitely, or he will definitely be in Liberia. Is there a reason for us to engage ourselves into gun battle? I say no. Importantly, I should note also, we have Mandingo people in Liberia, Mandingo people in Guinea, Fula people in Liberia, Fula people in Guinea, Loma people in Liberia, Loma people in Guinea, Kisi people in Liberia, Kisi people in Guinea, Mano people in Liberia, Mano people in Guinea, Pela people in Liberia, Pela people in Guinea. Are we trying to suggest here that these people who have their brothers and sisters across the borderline will want to see the two countries go to war? No. So
Okay, Mr.
what?
Nuke,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to hold you there because I want to go to the line and get one or two calls from the listening audience, and then we'll come back. I want to come back to you to conclude on that topic. And please, I know you're traveling, and I always appreciate your commitment of coming on the show whenever I reach out to you. But we have another pressing topic we want to talk about, and this is within your wheelhouse. It has to do with human trafficking. I would really love to have your take on this. But let's go to the line real quick, take one or two calls, and then we'll come back. We'll conclude on this topic with the border, and then go into our last topic, if you don't mind, sir.
What you are? This is about Liberia.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. Alex, let's go to the line real quick, sir. Let's get one or two calls and come back. And then we'll move on to our next topic. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
I'm going to mute everybody.
That's it here. We go on the phone line and pick up Katu quickly on the line. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show.
And welcome in class. Thank you. All right, that is one thing I want us to understand from the military standpoint. We got two premier orders in the army.
Okay.
Preparatory command order and command order of execution. What the Guinean soldiers are doing is what we call the preparatory command order. Go there and be on the standby. The last order, what we call last order, is the order of execution. Move. No question, no hesitation, you move. Another thing is, Guinea and Liberia, we are interrelated. War has no victory. Absolutely, any way you do it. The great United States are in war with Iran. There are soldiers from America that are dying. America is one of the most sophisticated countries in the world when it comes to anything you think about. Yet, their citizens are dying. Least to talk about us in Africa. What we need to do, because provocation brings retaliation. Retaliation brings disaster. Disaster brings destruction and headless cattle, that which we don't want, and we can never pray for that. So since we are being provoked, we will continuously moving in that direction of being humble, playful to gain wisdom. Right now, as it stands, yes, we agree, we are fellow Guinea. I personally, as a soldier, will say, yes, we are fellow Guinea. Why? Because we don't want to enforce one of our citizens being wounded, least to talk about being killed. So we'll continue to play fool to gain wisdom and let us all preach the message of peace. 40 unbroken years, some of us never cross border. We live firing gun from start until end. We're still here. We know what it is. Again, let's pray for peace and the betterment of our country. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. We pick up this person. I don't know why your call is not going through. Yeah. I'm trying to answer the line, but no problem. So just call back, yeah, please. Drop the line and call back. 0776-105-105-881-14-3504. Screen in this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, Alex. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name, where do you join us from?
Mr. Nathaniel Chesiabowo. I'm calling you from Port Town, Boston District.
Welcome to the show, Chief.
Thank you very much. I want to greet our panelists. We are Liberian. We loved our neighbors. We experienced war for many years. And we are still here in Liberia. Some of us went out to various African countries, and we tasted it is good to be in your home. The particular country we are talking about today that we're sharing border with is GEDEH. And we are very interrelated.
Okay.
And brother, I want to tell you, in times of peace, we prepare for war. In time of war, we prepare for peace. I listen to my brother. We all are military. We got two orders. That is preparatory order, they got the executive order. And Guinea are doing so. We also, in return, we should prepare our men. Imagine Guinea notice that we don't have men to that border. This is why they are continuing to extend. They will provoke us. We will not go to war, but they will see that we have manpower also in military capability that ready. I was speaking to you, we are all ex-soldiers.
Okay.
And in the United States, we call the ex-soldier as veteran. Some of us specialize in different capacity. And we can always stay ready to defend our nation. So they are going through diplomatic means, and Guinea continue to deploy troops, beginning to gain more places in our country. Let the Ministry of Defense to do preparatory command and government stand by. Not to fight, but they're beginning to see that we have military men in our border. So please, we all want peace. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. We'll pick up this person. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name, where do you join us from?
It's Marvin calling from Webocota.
Marvin, welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you. Not bad.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I say good evening to you. Good evening to our panelists. Yeah. You see, what Guinea is doing is better. Yes. That military man, because he overthrew a country. So you want to look for force on Liberia. It's not correct. It's not correct at all. Why will you cross leave your place and you come to Liberia to do Westerners? And my son, let me tell you, we will not fight. Because some of you didn't see the war.
Sure.
We saw the war. I can see children around here who didn't see war. And then the children say, I know what the president doing, that kind of thing. We also fight. I say, hey, yeah. You cannot see war. Yeah, war came innocent people, my son. People were chasing people. I saw the war. People chasing human beings, chasing dogs or animals to kill them. Yeah, we know what's not killing them. We're in the country. I experienced it. I live among the people. I know what it did. Innocent people. People want to look for their food, kill them. There's a woman a bandit woman went to go and look for potato green for children to let them at home. They were hungry. People came up to the checkpoint. All the way she bed there and she said, I'm not Mandingo. They say she's Mandingo. They went to kill the woman.
Wow.
All kind of innocent killing went on. So we don't want war in the country. We don't want war. Like the best thing the president doing, the president keep negotiating, my son. They keep negotiating. We don't want war. Now, Guinea want to fight and go to either the Middle East or then go to Ukraine and go fight. We don't want fight. Thank you for the show.
Thank you so much, Marvin, for being part of the show. When the one will put a microphone, I'll let that to go. 0776105105 881-143504. We pick out 2 or 3 calls and then we go back here. And we have another topic to be discussed here this evening. So we pick up 2 or 3 calls and then we go back. Hello.
Oh.
Good evening, your name. What do you join from?
I'm Patrick White Bulu calling from Kula.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know what is happening in our country? Once upon a time, we usually have a scene that delay is a risk. A guinea pig that they have Goliath, Liberia, we Liberians, we have delay. let the defense minister give us the chance. Let's just give us a chance. Let's give you a real. If you feel that is a 100%, they will drag it down. Let them come in, but we are watching for our ego eyes. We are prepared. We are ready to revenge and protect our land. Unit, we shouldn't pick at anyone. But the international community is watching both, watching and monitoring what our president is doing. But we are not going to sit and look at doing that to infiltrate or penetrate into our land. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. Keep listening and don't you go away. 0776-105-105 881-14-3504. 0776-105-105 881-14-3504. We pick up 2 calls and then we go back here. Or we can even pick up 1 and then we go back quickly. Yeah, because we have another topic. So we take 1 call and then we go back. 0776-105-105 881-14-3504. Let's pick it up quickly here. If we can get you to 11:35, trust me, we'll not pick you up and then we'll go back to the panelists. Yeah, so it's about time that you put in your calls and let's hear from you. 0776-105-105 881-14-3504. 0776-105-105 881-14-3504, and you will be live. Okay, so that's it, folks. We'll hold it there with the call session, go back to the panelists and continue the show. So it back to you guys, Mr. Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Wulu, and thanks to all the callers. Thanks for being part of the show. You do it because you love your country. All right, you want to participate in the discussion. We encourage you to continue to do that. So to go around the room real quick, so everybody give the take on what the callers have said, and then we'll come back. We'll close up on the topic and then move on to maintain restraints. Some are saying no, we're tired with the bullying. You know, we're not the one picking force. You know, so when they come, we'll defend our country. What do you have to say to that, sir? Quickly. Mr. Nubo.
Well, I feel that while we going about it with a diplomatic method, we need to, have a fallback position.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Okay, I mean we have to be preparing our forces.
Okay, so you agree with other
because
callers.
we go to ECOWAS, it does not work. We go to Mano River, it doesn't work. We go to AU or AU, it does not work. What will we do? So we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves. And why Guinea will have their forces on their side, and we leave our side open like that. And so that border must remain closed until everything is settled. Because they want to bring their planting, their bitter ball, on the Liberia side to sell them. So let that border remain closed and let have a fallback position. And Councillor did say something, some document he want to put in a chat room, and
he already did.
And Honorable Nippet says something too. In 1972, Double time. How can we put our hands on those documents? And then our lands and mines need to go and be searching for other movements. Yeah, so look, those are some of the things we need to do. It's all hands on deck situation. So that's my position though.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, so the consular posted in the 1972, the 1972 boundary, international boundary study, Guinea Liberia boundary. It's right here. So it's cool. Thank you, Councilor Day. But let's come to you, Councilor Day. What's your take on this? You listen to the callers. What do you have to say?
Yeah, you can see the patriotism in the quarter. Like some are really want for us to exercise one way or other use of force, while others are saying we know we should exercise restraint and let them as they work. These are mixed view, but the best option again, as a stakeholder, we are asking them that let everybody will be patient and let the government let the politics work. Use of force will be the last option if all the measures will now meet a basic diplomacy requirement. Like the woman said, the virgin said that we need to prepare ourselves, our army need to be prepared. Because one of the things this will serve as a lesson to strengthen our army, because the threat from Guinea, they appear more, they see the inferiority in our military when they compare both military, so they try to exercise that restraint. So we just have to wait and let the government try its best to do the needful. If we go to war, we have extra other things. I agree, but it is not good for one person's life to be cut off. And the best way is to mitigate the issue. When you look at the whole incident, like the guy was saying the morning on radio on OKFM, Georgia, and the other guy, Chok way, they were saying that at a certain point, the immigration officers that are coming at the border, at a certain point, maybe in the area hour, in the night hour, they can be creeped upon by the Guinean soldier, and taken as if they want to kill now one or two officers to take them across. So when they were explaining, oh, do you all radio this morning? That it raised concern. So they were recommending that at least the military presence should be around, because any eventuality, because for one or two Guineans to come and creep towards the immigrations, maybe you may take 1 or 2, 3 persons, take them for a ransom, take them to Conakry. Meaning the foreign minister and other ministers have to go there to negotiate, and in negotiating to get the garden back, they say no, take that piece of land, just give that land to us, otherwise we couldn't give that garden back. So that other issue they were raising the money on radio, I thought the reason with them. So we just in a balancing situation that even if our military will not just be at the front itself, but let that person be around to provide some backup to the immigration. And they gotta raise other issue that is concerned. The officers that are there, do you know that there's no network service there? Local network is not there, internet is not there, so they are using the Guinean network. So it's another thing that, yeah, so LTA need to try if we can have 1 or 2 internet service, like how they call Starlink, purchase $50 maybe subscription. You can't be using Guinean network. You talk about national security. Because if you use a Guinean network, your security communication, it will be tracked from their system and not from our system. So these are the things we have to look at. So if we want to carry on this measure, do another measure, there are common things that we need to resolve among ourselves. Then our officers communicate with our local network, not the Guinean network. So we hope for the better. I agree we have some military, some trained guys. When it comes to guerrilla warfare, I trust our boys there. Having ammunition without you using it is another thing, but we don't want war now. So that's my take on that.
Okay. Thank you, Council. Mr. Wulu, you got anything to say? We'll go to Mr. Nipper. Call us response.
Not much. I just wanted to talk on something Mr. Gray talked about, like the people are trying to creep on the security. For me, once we are, because I don't think the issue of our armed forces going there is important now, because we are trying to take care of the matter way. So send an area personnel. If the people go there, mind you, they are swear you'll not be having a gun with you as a military man. Your friend tell you say move in front, and then you say because we come here to do maybe a do a matter say something, and so when you send me back, I go area will not like to take that. That the way they are doing it to immigration. So for me, once we are negotiating for peace, let the AFL just keep posted, and they must say that. So if the immigration will go there with little attention or things happening like that, and then they will be sleeping. For me, it left with them. If they will be sleeping, if they will be sleeping, because at this point, I don't think you have to sleep, because any other thing can happen. The people crossing with arm, and you have your own arm with you, so there's no need to be sleeping. So you just have to be on your guard in case of any other thing tomorrow. And on the network issue, is and not just only that 4-year border alone. Even to Araco side, where going to have a border with Aracos, you go there, the same thing to Temple border. We're using Araco network. So I don't know why we have most of the GSA company within in Liberia. They working here. So what happened tomorrow? Araco say, okay, let's for the land from here, and that type of 5 area you're looking at. So at this point, like he said, either a Starlink will be okay for our security personnel. At least if the tension is growing there, so they can be able to communicate with the security, and or maybe somebody else to say, yeah, it's not easy, we need more force here. That would be okay for us, not them. For them to just be there, being using that pulling network. It possible that I put okay today, say we're going to carry on the operation. We're part of the network because people using our network and the carry in. What will we do? Once immigration man will run for over the radio 4 years before they get the information. So that's it, all right. But I think it's important that our men will be sleeping. They have to be on our guard.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wulu. Mr. Wulu. I agree with Mr. Nubo. You always got to be with Willie Katu and the other gentleman from you got to be prepared. You don't want war, but in the time of peace, you prepare for war. In time for war, you prepare for peace. That's how these things work. Do not let your guard down. And I think at this time, like Mr. Nubo said, the people got the army across the border. We too, we position our army across the border. You don't want war. But this thing right now is nothing but pure intimidation. That's what Domia is doing. If they look across the border and they see other people dressed up like them, armed like them, they will think twice before they make any move. So let's think about it in a way. And again, it's a pure national security issue, Councilor Day. It is so vexing to know that at this time we don't have communication network of our own at our borders point. We're using our neighbors in the network to keep our own security. What kind of thing? What kind of country? What kind of country we acquire ourselves? So, Mr. Nippy, let me turn over to you. Let me give you a few minutes here to closer up on this topic, and then we'll move on to our next one. What do you say? Your colors respond, Mr. Nippy. Mr. Nippy, are you there? Mr. Nippy?
Okay, right, while we're waiting for Mr. Nippy.
Mr. Nippy was traveling or is traveling. When I call, he said going to roll. So maybe because we went to the line, he probably. So, Mr. Nubo, say what you have to say. No, we just move on quick. But Mr. Saza, welcome.
Well, what I wanted to say, the question I wanted to ask,
hello,
to Mr. Day.
Hello.
And
Mr. Nippy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you listen to the callers. Let's have your quick response, and then move on to our next topic.
Let me go back to Mavic. Mavic as a female and a procreator, she's talking about human lives. She doesn't want to lose one Liberian soul. And that brings me into the context of William V.S. Tubman. A similar thing occurred, or an information was given to Tubman as it relates to the Guinean border between Liberia and that country. And the situation was getting tense as this one. And Tubman said to Toure, there is no need for us to let our people die because of a border. And what they were saying to Tubman was factual. Masanta is yours, Gegedu is yours, Franana is yours, Nzarikule is yours. Why don't you go and take those lands? And Tubman said no. To take those land will give us more headache. My citizens will die, and mind you, that time we were 2.5 million persons. Just imagine. So Tubman said no. We will remain to be brothers. Our citizens will go to Guinea, and theirs will come to us. And that's how he drew Toure closer to him. And they concluded on having the Saniquile conference in just about the time that Guinea got independence in 1957. So there's a landmark historical key that maybe the Muya does not understand that he needs to know about. And Ma Victoria said that we need to be the big people patient. You know, patience of Job is what leaders must exercise before the strength of Samson. Do I agree that in times of peace you prepare for war and vice versa, in times of war you prepare for peace? I agree. But do I agree that you put people at the border fully armed? Because Mr. Rice, you use a proposition that they are across their border. They are on their borderline. That's a proposition, across their borderline. If that is to suggest that they are standing still, the water body is still between us, and our side is free of incursion or encroachment that will bring about undue harassment and further intimidation. Well, then it's like you in parade resting on our side, and we have our side. Do we want to engage them militarily? I say no. Do we want to have people at the border? Can we support people at the border? You see, do not start a process that you cannot continue. Do you have the budgetary allotment to keep a battalion of 1,000 persons across that borderline? Do you have the hardware? Do you have the telecommunication? I understand that we are using the facilities of Guinea. So will your military be communicating the positioning of its men and using the Guinean radio system? That's a compromising issue there. It's like you go into a party and you want to borrow a man's shoes, you want to borrow his suit, and you want to go and dance in his own clothes. You think when he sees that girl that you want, that he wants, and you in your clothes, you will make you right at the party. What does that mean? Guinea withdraws the signals, and then you are paralyzed. You are paralyzed. You got no communication. And because you have no communication, the direction of your men will be from Muff. You see Muff, go tell Koluba, let Koluba tell the 3 soldiers to go to that place there. No, you cannot do that. We do not have the wherewithal to come with an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. We do not have it. America is just in Iran, and you see what is happening. America has all the power. But this is, I mean, the complexity of war. You cannot say because I get all the guns so I can win. Maybe that why Guinea is sticking. And because Liberia doesn't have, they can win. But does Liberia want to go at war with Guinea? Is that what people are contemplating? After 15 years, amongst ourselves, the children in the hospital among themselves. And we saw they throw the dishes, the bag of rice, they carry them, they sold them to the neighbor. They took the pressing iron, they carry it to the other house, they sold it for $10. And then the complexity of that configuration of the confusion made the house to be inhabitable. We cannot go, Liberians cannot go again and be refugees, as it were, the Israelites by the river of Babylon, and then we'll be singing our song. No, we cannot sing the Lord's song in a strange land.
All right,
I don't think
let me hold you there. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
We cannot continue to sing the Lord's song in a strange land. I like that very much so. Let me hold you there and welcome Mrs. Zaza. Mrs. Zaza, welcome to the show. I want to give you at least a minute to respond to the current topic because we got to move on to the next topic. We got Mr. Napier on the road.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright, and to everyone else, Mr. Numbo, my brother, Mr. Gay, Honorable Day, Mr. Napier.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I muted myself. Concerning this issue, Mr. Wright, it's a little bit complicated because the information we are gathering, I say on the other show, and some people are getting angry at me, is that some of them we don't know whether they are facts, especially the one they consider as the border from Guinea. We don't know whether those things they are facts. Can we find those things on the Congress, the U.S. Congress page? If we went there, can you be able to locate that particular map that they came around that they consider a 1907 map? Because what I just read from the U.S. Embassy is that particular map that they are referencing, it's not possible to keep it. So they should instead, like the agreement is that they should go and consider a river as the boundary. And now where the French went in 1907 and planted their cornerstone. That was the agreement, that what they came up with. That agreement, is that something Guinea is not willing to stay by? Why now? If they are not willing to stay by it, should we be as aggressive as they are, or we should use our diplomatic means that we have? We are on the Security Council. We have AU, we have the ECOWAS, we have the Mana River. Can we use these people, invite them to see if this can be resolved? We can be fighting two wars. Currently, the war in Iran is that we are the one fighting it because every day gas price is going up. Now the people going across in Guinea to get a salt and pepper and Guinea border closed is hard. It's a very terrible thing. And more than even the charted war right now. You fighting to get gas, then you fighting to get salt again. So this thing we are looking at is a very serious thing. If any other opportunity we have to use to resolve this thing, I really wish the government do it very quickly so that our people will get back on their feet. Because you don't have control over the gas price, granted, but you can't tell me say people not able to go across to go get salt and pepper from Guinea. And that was something I've been living back throughout. So let's resolve this thing so that people will live peaceably. That how I find it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Zaza. Thanks to all of you for right away.
I think you are muted. I'm not hearing you.
I'm not muted. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, sorry from my end. Sorry, you're from my end. Okay. Sorry.
So, gentlemen, I want to move on to the next topic. This is gonna be a fire topic because we're completely out of time, and because we got Mr. Nippet off the road. So I'm feeling very guilty right now. So, Alex,
Mr. Wright, let me make one final point on that border issue.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
You know, we are just like a man sitting in the center of three rivers. At your back is one river, in front of you is one river, and on your right or left hand there is another river. What am I saying? Liberia stays strategically with its back at the south beach, which is the Atlantic Ocean. On the west is Sierra Leone. We have a water body there, which is Mano River. We have Guinea with Makona. We have the Kavala River between us and La Côte d'Ivoire. Do we foresee that a similar thing of this nature could come about? And if it were to come about in the future, in a due time, is the government looking at the complexity of this issue to draw knowledge from that and say, well, like, we need to talk to Sierra Leone right now so that how we utilize the Mano River, even though we have a breach there. But there could come a time and say around corner area is for Sierra Leone, and Arcos could do the same thing, like the Grand GEDEH border, because we have people in the Guyua area and all they speak Kru. The Bete people speak Kru and Kra. Could something like that come about? And Arcos being a much larger country, because the French people did that long time ago, about 1890 something, they did that, when they had this river Dissau. And that's how these nations, Dahomey was birthed, Guinea was birthed, Arcos was birthed. So they can't come back now in 2026 and Dumuya talking about river business from some 18-something map, when 1972 the issue was squashed. So it's just something for him to raise his head. So the people in Guinea can say, oh, this man here, we got a meeting, he will fight for us. That's the show. I don't think Dumuya wants to give, like somebody say, preparatory command. It's in military, both CMAL and the actual military, preparatory and command of execution. We have those two terminology. So I don't want to believe Dumuya, knowing that the people in the tribe in Liberia, and we have the same people in Guinea who want to cross the border and say he come to fight. He's not fighting, he's just flexing his muscles. So the people can say, this is the kind of leader that we need. Like Mr. Conte. You see, when the military man takes over and civilianizes himself, there is an obvious tendency that he wants to be seen as the man, the person to be trusted, the president. That's all that young man is doing. That's all he's doing. So yes, I agree. We should be in preparing ourselves. But why I agree that we should be preparing ourselves? Not to engage Guinea. Not to engage Guinea. Because you don't have everything that you need. You want to send this child to school, to a very expensive school. Do you have the money to support the child in the school? I'm putting it in that context. Do you have the money to put that child into the school? Can you buy the kind of copy books that the people need? The guy will be the uniforms. You got money for that? The recess. You got money? Mind you, there is a need. There will be a need for a budget to put a battalion. A battalion is something like 1,000 men or so. They need boots. They need uniform. They need padam. They need gears. Do we have the money for a contingent of that size?
Okay. Mr. Nippy.
Yeah.
I think we're going to stay on the topic. We're going to stay on the topic for the rest of the show.
No, but this topic is very important. Unless we can, that's why you see me. If you listen to my car, I'm parked.
Yeah.
Because as I told you, I said anything that has to do with Liberia or about Liberia. I don't care whether it be in the darkness or it be raining. That sacrifice is not enough for me to make.
True.
Because
True.
Liberia has given me so much. And if there's anything that you just let 2 gallon boing or 5 gallon boing, it means nothing. I can always go back. But if trouble comes in my country, it's like somebody trying to fight my father or my mother. That passion is what I bring about this subject matter. And this is why I am emphasizing. Let me land, please.
So let me
Let me land, please. Let me land. This plea is in the air. Let me land. So this is why.
Let me let you land.
This is why I'm putting the strongest of emphasis on diplomacy. Because those who talk about being readiness and all those kind of things, when they shoot all that gun at the end of the day, they gotta come back on the table. So why don't we continue the table business here? And we will get somewhere. The president and his team, they are wise people. They can be on the ground work to soften the man, and while the old man is engaging his counterpart. And at the end of the day, the whole thing will be solved. And then we can prepare for what we need to do. Here we are using Guinean telecommunication satellite. So how you can go to say you carry army to the place and all the opposition will be open to the Guineans. So what is the essence? You'll be breaching you will be subjecting the country more and the national security interest to Guinea. Because Guinea, they bring 10 men, 2 Guanesa, 3 Guanesa. Then a problem coming. So I think let us rest ourselves. Stop this gasoline talk about we are unprepared. Like somebody was on Facebook, I will be in Guinea. You are only alone. Or any of you say we will be in Guinea while they're doing this. Why do we want to go that way? Why do we want to go that way? So I want to stop on that point that let's give the government the opportunity. They have begun a process, and at the end of the day, they will look at all of the complexities, and we will all be happy with all one bullet firing. And I trust the wisdom of the president and the foreign minister.
Okay, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Napier. At this point, gentlemen, to all the panelists, if you have any question for Mr. Napier or anybody on the panel, you can ask that question. This is an open discussion now, so for the rest of the evening. I have a question for Mr. Napier. Mr. Napier, you said, can we afford boots for a battalion that is comprising of 1,000 men? So then, if we can't do it now, when can we do it?
Well, if you can't do it now, that gave rise to some of the reason why you should not engage yourself into fighting. When 2 boxers get into a boxing ring, it is off. I'm coming. I'm answering your question. You ask when do we do it now? You cannot put up your boxer in the ring when he doesn't have gloves to go and fight the other man. He's not going to fight with bare hands. He's not going to fight with 10 toes.
But when do we get ready, Mr. Napier? When do we get ready?
When do we get ready? We are in the preparatory stage. But we have not gotten to the point where we need all of the things to do. Because we even got the per diem to get the people every day. I am sure I can put my neck on the chopping board. The government of Liberia will not have more than $20 million or $40 million to have those people there. The first thing you need uniforms. You need tents. You need arms and ammunitions. Where do you have them right now? Where do you have them? Even though military operates in secrecy, when the time comes, we'll come to realize that. But I thought if we can put out $25 million right now to keep those people there for the next 6 months. Because it will not cost $5,000. It will not cost $1 million. It will not cost $2 million. I know what I'm talking about. The size of the military in 2008, excuse me, I say 2008. I sat down in a meeting in the USA here. I know the people that try to restructure the army. And the defense minister will bear me out in the conversation. So I know exactly what I'm saying. If it was not done at that time, and we are not in readiness to pursue the enemy, the aggressor, with the potential strength that we should pursue them with, I just say, play the gentleman's game. Go back to what Marlon Albright said, play a soft diplomacy. You see, gentleness can eviscerate tension. If somebody wants to fight me here, I'm in this car here, and tell me, give me your car, I'll get in the car. That does not mean I will give Guinea the land now. I'm talking about the aggressor here. You know, Mr. Wright, what I'm seeing in this place, those people that come to you and say, I want a car. You don't get in the car to kill you. They will kill you. So I will just play the gentle part. Say, oh yeah, you want it? I think I got $10 in my pocket I can give you so you can, because the gas, I'm low on gas, so you can use that for the. What am I saying? You gotta listen. The listening public gotta also understand what I am saying. I will be saving my life for a material object. Dumoya will leave that seat there one day. My distinguished president will leave the presidency one day. The cost factor is very important. When we have cost young men, young women in the thousands to have perished, when we could be talking to Mr. Wright. John, please go talk to Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, the man won't fight you. Why you won't fight? So we have various levels of engagements that we can pursue strategically that will water down the whole thing here, and we will be laughing. We'll come on the show and we'll be happier. So let this show be, the concentration of this show should be, yes, you can introduce the issue, but it should be centered around the public being informed to allay the public's fears. Agitation, put that aside. People saying they can fight war and go into another man's country, put that aside. Because I'm a crewman. The crewman says you cannot enter another person's house and want to beat him in a person or a family. So Guinea cannot cross that river. That's why you see Guinea is standing still. If I understood you correctly, Mr. Wright, you said they are across their river or the Macondo River. So if they are across the Macondo River, they are in a position of inertia. They are in a position of inertia, complete inertia. Once they are across that river and they have not gone outside, they are in a position of inertia.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody got any question for Mr. Nippet or comments? Or...
Well, I got a comment.
Okay.
I mean, I commented.
Mr. Nippet, you're putting the proverbial guest position tonight.
Yeah, you are a guest now. the de facto guest tonight.
Yeah, the de facto.
And I stated that we need to push the diplomatic button. ECOWAS, Manon River Union, and AU, and we are sitting pretty in a UN seat now.
Exactly.
And while we're doing that, we need to start preparing. We need to be preparing. We know instead of police commander going to the border, so it'll be the chief of staff going there to do inspection. And we have $7 to $8 million difference between national security budget for last year and this year. What's the national security doing differently? What are $8 million cannot go for the issue here? So no, some of these things here, you gotta consider them. You gotta consider them. The budget is an estimate, and you like if I'm designing a water supply system, I would consider no theft. I would consider no leakages, and what have you. And that's how I will determine, how many gallons to deliver to the city or town per day.
Exactly.
And this is what is done, or even electricity. So we need to start preparing ourselves, or else that $8 million going in somebody's pocket. Because they say, I don't know where they got the law from that you cannot order national security. So all the money, all the presidents here, from Elio, from to Weah, or to Taylor, or to Boakai, they put money that they want to steal, in the national security. So Boakai came. Boakai said, "Oh, we ordered the national security." The next week, the following week, he changed his statement. So these things here, we know we don't have the army. We don't have. I think we have 2,500, and Guinea has maybe 15,000. I mean, there's no much there.
That's 7 persons to 1.
But you cannot underestimate your opponent. See what is going on in Ukraine. See what is going on in Iran. But Iran prepared over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Were preparing itself. Okay, you go to, how do you call it, San Pedro, in the Ivory Coast. We're far away from Kavala River. There, with the Liberian government, we have our cornerstone. Welcome to Liberia. In the Ivory Coast. So if Guinea is claiming this, and Guinea is part of the Mano River, and Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Ivory Coast get together, Ouattara would think it was San Pedro. Say all the way inside my country, Liberia got a cornerstone there. They will come back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say, we gotta push all the buttons, but in the meantime, we have to be preparing ourselves. So thank you. That was my comment.
I think there's a comment. Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
I think, Mr. Ray.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I think his comment buttress what I just mentioned, that we are in the center of 3 countries, and I was happy that he just interjected San Pedro. San Pedro, just like GEDEH, just like Mansanta, they were all Liberian land. And then San Pedro, we have our posts there. The last time we were on this program, we mentioned about Benjamin J.K. Anderson, the surveyor who went up the Devil's Mountain and inspected that area and found our borders were marked clearly. In the document with the river Disord, it is mentioned in that document 131 from the Intelligence Bureau of the United States of America, Intelligence Geographical Bureau of the United States of America, document number 131. It is mentioned that those border lines are marked. So Guinea cannot come out now this day and say that. I'm sure they are doing that study. That's why you see they are at a standstill now. They say that let's be on the side of the river. But what do we have to do when somebody try to trip you from behind? You gotta be careful that the next man doesn't blow you in your face. So Liberia, after we solve this problem, will be contending with two additional problems. That is with Africans, and then Mr. Noble just said about San Pedro, and then in the Sierra Leone side. So our government will have to start thinking. Will Mana River business come out or any other territory between us and Sierra Leone? If it's going to happen, what do we do? Is that in the future of 2 years before the expiry of Mantenu, will Watara come out with something about one of the border lines? If so, what do we do? Now, what am I bringing in these issues? The reason is when snake bites you by a buggerball hill, any other little place you see there's a little knot there, you will think that the snake is still around that area. We don't need to experience this thing for the second, the third time. While it is true, and I agree with everybody who has spoken on the issue of preparedness, our military should be prepared. But the question comes in, is $8 million sufficient to put our men at the border? And if so, for what duration? How long will they be at the border? And in that context, I would say $8 million is just a drop in the bucket. If you want to put men at the border, 8 million will be a small amount to do. It means you have to put people now militarize all of our borders so that you cannot have a similar incursion or something that looks like Sierra Leone want to do it as Guinea did it to them, or Aricos want to do it to us as Guinea is not doing it to us. So you need something to be like prepared in terms of peace, prepare for engagement. And we will not be telling them, well, we're trying to engage you in. No, we're trying to protect our borders. But $8 million is not sufficient. $8 million is just a drop in the bucket.
I beg to get there for Archie. When
Okay.
I talk about San Pedro, I was not saying that Ivory Coast will come and claim land, because they claim the land and they extended the boundary to the Cavallo River. So our cornerstone is within Ivory Coast. So Ivory Coast will not come and say, oh, we want Harper. What I was saying is that Ivory Coast has taken our land during colonial period. Sierra Leone has taken our land during colonial period. And the issue that we have already settled with Guinea. When we go to the negotiation table, people like Ivory Coast and Sierra Leone will be sympathetic to us. That's the point I was making, because the San Pedro I'm talking about is way inside Ivory Coast. And
I don't know if I can put my bet on that, Mr. Nouveau. I don't know.
What?
But Mr. Nouveau,
Sierra Leone and Cote will be simple.
Mr. Nouveau,
No,
Mr.
no,
Nouveau.
we are not claiming that Guinea claiming.
But here is the point, Mr. Nouveau.
We go to Ivory Coast and say we want our land, or let's go to the signboard. We're not going to share you say we want our land or that go beyond Mano River Union.
But look at the flip side. Look at the flip side.
Okay, where's the flip side?
Your land is way in Ivory Coast, as you just intimated. Your land is inside Ivory Coast.
But we do not want the land.
No, you're not saying you don't want the land, but the Ivorian will say to you, that's the flip side. This land comes into our land. So we're taking this land here. That would be another confrontation.
They have already taken the land.
Oh, with LIB on it.
With the LIB, they don't care about it. They took the land years ago. And no Liberian president, including Tuckman, saying, oh, we want San Pedro to our town. We want it.
Yeah, no. Even there's a time, Mr. Nugo, there's a time besides San Pedro called Grand Berebi. Grand Berebi is the border point. I only Ivorian can say it. You go there, you'll see Welcome to Liberia right there on the rock. Grand Berebi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but the time, Mr. Nugo.
Anyway, the time we were to do this, the best time was Tuckman time, when these countries were gaining independence. Somebody told me, it said, Tuckman, when they asked Tuckman, or Tuckman said, you get 3 wives, you cannot satisfy them. How come you want 9 wives?
Okay,
Mr.
Nubo, we got 6 minutes.
Okay,
we got 6 minutes to go, and I want to give each one of you 2 minutes each to close up. So let's start with you, Councilor Day. Councilor Day, take 2 minutes, please, to close up on the show with what we have discussed so far.
Okay, again, Liberia is not the first country in Africa. Liberia getting issues not the first country in Africa that bring about border issue. As I say initially,
I gotta disagree with it.
Like how? Why?
Stop it.
No, Liberia.
And we're seeing that.
No, it's a fact. Liberia getting there, not the first. We have Mali and Burkina Faso. We have Ethiopia and Eritrea. We also have Nigeria and Cameroon. For them, the way Benin. Okay, and Benin. For Mali and Burkina Faso, when negotiation failed, they went into war until 1986 it was resolved through AU. But there's a basic legal principle that AU used, as I said, the post-identity doctrines, meaning is that the post-independent state must respect colonial boundaries to ensure stability and prevent conflict. So it was the same doctrine that used between Ethiopia and Eritrea. So what are getting turned around and break it down? We will not go to war with them. We will seek redress if diplomatic means fail. We will seek redress through AU or any international body. That there may be an appropriate tribunal that may hear the issues. All the documents, the post-colonial and documents as well as post-independent documents may be presented before the body, and the body will make an informed decision on that. So we may not use the other guys to that they will go to war, they want to show might to claim ownership of land. No, we will not do that because we are in an intellectual class now, and there's a need that we seek redress from an independent international body. And another thing before we close, maybe we'll discuss that tomorrow. The other thing that plays me a little bit on yesterday, they were listening to the media. Why did the legislature close? We have serious security matter. Why did they choose to go to the border or even getting any result? Why can they remain? Why can't the session remain open? In fact, those institutional responsible, National Defense, Office of the President, whatever, provide them what is unfolding. If there's a means for them to meet the ECWA Parliament, to meet the MRU Parliament, Well, to be frank, so I just see like a show where, and we had already discussed that tomorrow when we have the chance to come tomorrow. Thank you.
We'll look into that. You can be rest assured. But before I let you go, what was that doctrine? What was that doctrine you were trying to portray?
Ulti post-sedative jurist. Yeah, ulti post-sedative jurist.
Thank you.
Meaning, or you are spell it, or you are define it. Yeah, UTI is the one word. Okay. Is that jurist that post-independent, country must respect post-independent, like they say, colonial demarcation. Yeah.
Okay.
And so the peace will do. So like the 1907 document that we have, we rely on is our instrument that we can present for anybody. So and in that case, the monument, they say physical feature and monument is not the basis of determining the boundaries, but the agreement is the basis. Because the agreement will give you the demarcation and the delimitation. Then, but not the demarcation. So these are two concepts. All right.
Thank you. That's on the show. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go.
It's all right. He's frozen.
It's all right. We can't hear you. You're frozen.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Man. What's going on? Y'all still can hear me?
Now we're hearing you.
We hear you now.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Alex, mute yourself.
Yes, sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Mr. Would you mute yourself? Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
So I should go ahead. Who's speaking, Mr. Right?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Zala.
Okay. Thank you.
You, Mr. Zala, you.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to be in the company of great men. I've been looking at this. There are two things that I found out that I want us to look at. Is it true that people are mining sand from the river that caused this thing? Because I listened to another clip today where the guy said the people approached them in 2009 that they must stop doing anything over there. The two superintendents for those counties, the superintendent from Arcos and the superintendent from Lofa, they met and said, okay, since that is the case, nobody should go close to the border. You can do anything on the Liberian side, but please don't get close to the border. Don't do anything. Yeah, that was on the other side because I don't know that other area name. So I just said the other side, which is the Guinea side. I said one from Lofa and one from the other side, from the Guinea side. And there's a law here that I saw. That law is an international law that was introduced in 1989. That law says if you have a border with somebody, like a river, don't do anything in that river without the consent of the other person. It's an international law.
What's the name of the law, Ms. Ada? The name of that law, what is it?
Yeah, okay, so it's an allocation and use of international rivers.
We call it the Tar-Wind principle.
Yes, I don't know that
Tar-Wind principle. T-A-L.
I ain't able to pronounce it.
I like that.
Yeah. Actually, here, like you saying, I think it's time with something. They get it law and then they get a definition and everything. But it was introduced in 1989. United Nations document 1989. It was first introduced in 1975, but actually it was signed in 89. And that law says, do not do anything on the international river, like the old guy border with Arcos as Cavana River. The law says Labrador shouldn't do anything in Cavana River without Arcos agreeing. Arcos shouldn't do anything in Cavana River without Labrador accepting it. The other law says. So, like I said, if it's anything that had to do with sin, actually, if we did, then we prompted it. But like I said, I don't have the facts. I hope that is not the case. If that is the case, then we have to be really, really soft today so that Guinea will go back. Because we can't take this to the international community. We might be fine for doing that. You know, but I hope that is not the case. I would just job politics because Liberian party who are politics. But look at Mr. How do God look at Honorable Gay right now? They look at me and say, "Do you have me look at me? I don't want causing you." They finish defining it. We are good psychologists when it comes to that one. We never define people thing. So I hope that is not the case. And if it is, then we should do it the other way. Secondly, I want the government to actually take this because it's so torturing. For fighting to overcome the gas issue in Liberia from the mistake from the Iran. Then we're going to have another issue with Ivory Coast. I mean, not Ivory Coast, Guinea, where people go to get a pepper. You know, we're too strong to the extent that we're going to go buy pepper from Guinea. That's how strong we are. So when we stop getting pepper from Guinea, it's a serious thing. It sounds funny, but that's serious thing. So I really wish the government would see this and take it serious. Just as they are taking the millennium, the compact serious, then take this serious as well. They don't know that, you know. That's it from my end. Thank you for the day. I was late. I'll pray to be on time tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Zaza. It's a pleasure having you. Mr. Nubo.
Yes. Maybe I talk too much tonight, so I will not reach the 2 minutes.
Okay.
But I want to say here, the 8 million I was talking about, room was not built overnight. The $8 million is for this fiscal year, and we are in month 3. And if we can prepare to defend, or do preparation, send people at our border points, we can get internet. If it's Starlink, we can get it at those checkpoints so that our soldiers cannot use the how they call it, the Ivorian line or the Guinean line or the Sierra Leonean lines. But we need to start building our people. We need to stop protecting ourselves, our people. I'm not saying we should pick a gun and go fight war, but we need to start the preparation. And that's my point. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo. It's a pleasure having you. To our de facto guest, Mr. Christopher Janipic, can you give us your closing comments, please? Mr. Nippet?
I don't know if he heard you.
Oh, you know what? No, I think I'll mute him, so maybe I need to unmute him.
Yeah, unmute me now.
Yeah, I've done. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
I want to thank the counselor for bringing his legal knowledge to guide us in this conversation, and the speaker that follow after him. I think that what is his name?
Zaza.
Mr. Zaza and Mr. Nubo. They made good points, and it was good that Zaza brought in the point about the river. I understand it to be a beaky. I don't know what those alphabet means. Who started to tamper with that body of water at the exclusion of the Republic of Guinea. You cannot have a body of water according to what Councillor D just mentioned, and that too with Zaza, because it's an international law. It's just like the boundary between you and the man who is next to you. You cannot go and take somebody else and come and build a boundary, build a house there without you consulting the other person. The most honorable thing to do, whoever were the BK people, and I came up with a strong word. If you read my post, I said conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. The Ministry of Lands, Mines, and Energy should have known that that company should not have operated on that river at the exclusion, the total exclusion of the Republic of Guinea. 2, the Minister of Local Government, which was former Interior Department, the Interior Department chief should know the body of water that divides Liberia from the other countries. As such, if he had any interest in doing business there, nobody stopped them to be doing double dealings, compromising the interests of a government. But they should not put the country at danger. And this is where the conspiracy comes in. You can conspire to even kill a person. It does not have to be with a nation. So they conspire. And the president, I'm sure in due time, because he acts like he's not going to be serious, but before you can bop your eye, that slap will be on you. He's quiet, but unassuming. I am sure the local government minister and the minister of lands, mines will be penalized. They will be penalized. I'm sure of that. The $8 million, whether it's in the budget for next year or a budget now, I'm also sure the government is preparing the army. The government is engaging international partners on how they can make the army to be an efficient and effective group of military personnel. I am sure the government are sleeping. So what we need to do is to let's talk to our people, keep this forum as a forum of dispelling rumors, because the rumors too much. It's every day there's a fox. Every day there's a fox. Every day there's a fox. The day the real fox comes, everybody will sit and say, well, they've been talking about the fox coming, well, we don't believe, and the fox will eat all the chicks. So we need to make sure, according to international principle or international law, that Liberia remains a good neighbor. And whatever it wants to do on the boundary, it will be consultation, or there will be consultative meeting with the people of Guinea, just as it is with the Makona. So must it be with the Mana River, not Mana River, with the Nimba Mountain. The Nimba Mountain range, I understand they're in some agreement with the Republic of Guinea. If you can do it on that side, why didn't you think about it? And henceforth, people should start mining anything in any of the rivers, be it Cavalli River, be it Mana River, be it the Nadia, be it the Makona, with our first sending our experts on the other side and opening a dialogue, a conversation center on whatever business you want to do. And if that is done, we're not going to have this kind of experience that the president has to leave other duties and be talking to his counterpart or a colleague on the question of how to resolve the river issue. So I would want to stop there and say thank you to the panelists and everybody, including those who were asking questions and made comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nippet, as always, for your commitment towards our show. I beg to differ on Top FM 105.3, because every time we call you, it don't matter where you are, you always make time to join us. Tomorrow we're going to be here, Mr. Nippet. If you have the time, please join us again. We got a very interesting topic tomorrow. Council today was talking about the adjournment of the legislature, when in fact we are having board attention, and we're going to need them to help lead the country in these trying times along with the president. But instead, they have popped up and left town. I also want us to look at the trafficking story that we were not able to look at tonight, because it's very important. A lot of our people are being trafficked, trust me, every day. And we have our legal mind here, Mr. Councilor Day, who will help us understand what it means, for our country and for the society, and how we can nip this in the bud. And other interesting stories too will be coming up tomorrow on the show. With that said, I want to say thank you to all. It was a wonderful show, very insightful. As always, Mr. Nepe giving us his brilliant and well-rounded insight. And to all of you, my beautiful panelists, well-rounded as well, beautiful insight. I want to thank you all for tonight. And to our wonderful producer, Mr. Alex D. Wulu, for staying up there, 12:44 a.m. in Monrovia, in Granger. Thank you so much for being out there. Thanks for your commitment, Mr. Wulu. I want to say good night to you all, and see you back at tomorrow, same time. If we can, guys.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
next time, we don't want to, if you don't want the legislature to leave soon, tell the finance minister to hold their money. They will never leave. They will make sure you get that money before they go. That's
I think we're going to do that.
Nothing else. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
That's it. So here's what I want to say, because the panelists are becoming, like regular now. Can we come at 5 o'clock? Because at least 5 o'clock will give us more time to get all the panelists to get their thoughts and question and comments in. But it will come at 6. We got a very short window. Sometimes Mr. Wulu will not be in the studio this time. He dead tonight because that's why he's going to sleep. But other nights, he out of here at 8 o'clock, and we can't stay on. So I would appreciate if we come at 5 o'clock. We'll have 3 hours to be able to deliberate and make our comments and ask questions as well. So I just want to put that out there. So thank you so much. And Mr. Nippet, wish you a safe drive to your destination. So thank you again for answering the call. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Top FM 105.3, we on the air. Leader, shout, Sheku Koroma. Archie right. Pino playing. Alex D. Rock, producer correct. All tonight, we beg to this day. I beg to differ, my people.
Well, and of course, that's it, folks. Lesson minute. So all of you for following this show, I beg to differ here on Top 105.3. The time is 46 minutes down the hour 12 o'clock. It's about time that we go off. We take a break on this show to be back tomorrow. But we stay here up to 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, we shut down this radio to be back by 4:30 in the morning. So do join us tomorrow, same time, same station, here on the program. I beg to differ. I remain Alexander Dorelu, and let me say bye-bye, and this is how we have to call it a date. On the program, I beg to differ.
Steady, steady. Rock push to down, from market to yard. If the matter strong.